playing? Does that mean
I don't
starting?
know. I can't even comment, Jeff, because I really don't know. I mean,
Okay.
that's up to Coach Reed and the trainers.
Can you say that you rested those two guys I mentioned with the anticipation that there is a decision to be made on them, like that they could be started?
In terms of
Not playing Jamar and not playing Hanson?
Well, yeah, you always want to have a contingency plan and a plan in place, and if they have to go, that they're well rested like the rest of the starters. Yes.
Do you feel more confident with your defense going into this year's playoffs than last year's?
Different situation. You know, we've got a bunch of guys that'll be in the first playoff game, whether it's special teams, offense, or defense. But that brings great energy, and you know, I think we'll be ready to go, and you know, our team will be ready to go. We'll be in front of our home fans this year, which is going to be exciting.
The guys who have been there talk about how different the playoffs are, the intensity, the speed. You have a lot of young guys who have experienced that. Do you need to like preach that a little bit more? Or
I think the leaders, the veterans on the team will take care of that. You know, we'll mention it, maybe Coach will mention it, I'm sure, and but the leadership of the team will take care of that. That's usually some locker room talk, some of that experience you get by sitting in your locker and talking to guys, or riding home with a guy after practice, after work. So that'll be taken care of.
What do you have to do against a guy like Aaron Rodgers?
You know, just like any quarterback, I mean, you gotta keep him on his toes. And you know, look, he's a Pro Bowl quarterback. I don't know if he made it or not this year, but he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. So we've got to work cut out for us.
So when you get backed up on at the goal line like you did at the end, do you want your corners up further on guys, or were they about the right where they should have been today?
You know what? Which play are you talking about?
When they scored.
You know, I'll have to look at it, but you know, we run different coverages down there, and you know, I've got to look at the film to get a better feel for where they were. But you know, up until that last play, they were in the right position most of the game. So.
But Gerald, do you like guys right up in someone's face when it gets inside the 5 or inside the 10?
Well, it looked like they had something going on in communication between the if you're talking about the second to last play, where they had a communication between the two corners and the nickel, where they worked together on that. There's a zero blitz.
How important is it going to be against a guy like Rodgers to get pressure on him next week?
Yeah, huge. But you know, he throws well against the blitz. I think he's, as a matter of fact, I've done some research up to this point, and I think he's actually better against the blitz than he is not. So, which is a sign of a great quarterback. So we'll have to mix it up.
Which means you got to get pressure with the front four.
That's right. That's right.
Have to do a lot of patchwork this season with different players. How nice is it going to be to possibly have a surplus at linebacker? And do you have a kind of a strategy there?
Well, personnel department does a great job of giving us players, and that was evident tonight. I mean, we had guys that were out there playing with against their ones, and we were right there with them. So, you know, we're going to go in, and the players will be eager to come in on Monday when they come in, and that's a great part about this job. You know, there's a lot of teams after today or tonight that are going to go home, and we got a chance to play a playoff game in Philadelphia.
Two more guys, two more. Chance to do any work on the Packers last week?
Just a little bit, you know, did a little bit.
You talked last week about, you know, I mean, the obvious answer when you're having trouble rushing a passer is to blitz him more, but you've got a very young defense, and I mean, you're kind of a little bit stuck in the middle there, aren't you? I mean, there's packages that these guys maybe aren't experienced enough to really.
No, hey, they've done a great job, these guys, and anything I bring to the table, they're ready and willing, and they've done a great job, and this week we're going to have a couple things in.
Okay.